J Unit with the love. Holy shit, fam! Thank you very much.
Oh my god!
Ooh, to Rez.
Unit.
Let's go, fam. Appreciate the love and support.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's go. Thanks, fam.
I should change my
I'm blinded.
What'd I do? What'd I do now?
You know what you did with your YouTube video. You guys should check out 40s.
It's the ultimate beginner's guide.
We're experts. We shouldn't
God.
open that.
What if you scare away new players? That's the real. What if you scare away new players?
That's not my channel, though.
Right, because you posted it here. You're gonna scare away new players to that channel of whoever it belongs to. We don't know who it is.
We don't know who that channel belongs to.
No, we do not. This pre-pull ritual. I gotta watch the damn thing again. Hold on, let me see. All right, friends. So we're just gonna hang out here for a moment, let viewers come in before we actually start the show. But I hope everyone is doing well tonight, afternoon. Jin Lee,
What's up, everyone?
It is.
It is afternoon.
But it's not really. It's morning.
Oh, it's morning.
Yeah.
So you're still drinking?
I'm literally 12 hours from East Coast time.
East Coast?
Yeah, we're on the same number, except different AM and PM thanks to daylight saving.
Oh, okay. Now I'll remember Jin Lee's time with that piece of advice. Oh, Teddy!
Here we go.
I pitied Vane. Oh, damn. Shit.
Oh no! I'm sorry, J Unit.
Oof.
He is the best, though. I love him so much.
You got the easy BT and the LD pity. That's rough. That's I mean, that's better than the LD pity with no BT, though.
We got some first-time chatters too. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, people pulling for on these banners.
Yeah.
I feel like most people have these weapons already.
Halcyon, what's up? I guess if you're a little bit of a newer player, you're not gonna have it, right?
Right, but I mean, some people pull for lightning on that banner as well, just to get cloud early in case too. So it's kind of they've been back many times.
Fair enough. Well, I'm trying to send Halcyon an emoji. It's not working. Where the hell?
Halcyon's playing Elden Ring right across the wall right now.
Oh, really? Good shit. Halcyon.
He's beating it. He's doing a bunch of co-op stuff right now. I think, right? Yeah.
Being a bully.
Have you tried Stranger of Paradise Lids or 40?
I own it, but I
you
still
own it,
need
but you
to
haven't tried it
beat.
yet.
Yeah, I need to beat the 2 other games that I've been streaming before I even try to beat anything else.
Same.
So many
I said
games.
the gameplay is pretty fun because I'm not used to that gameplay style. So it's pretty fun. You can play with the different jobs and stuff, but I'd say the graphics and story so far are a little bit more on the subpar side.
So from what I hear, it doesn't take itself seriously, but that's not a bad thing.
I don't know if that's
good.
I don't know if they meant to make it a meme. It seems just cringy a little bit, but yeah, the combat is pretty good. I mean, it's just like it's very different than what you're used to with Final Fantasy other games, but it's pretty solid. I think it's the only thing that makes it interesting at the moment for me.
The combat. I take it you're playing it right now?
Yeah, I'm playing it right now. I was thinking either Elden Ring or Stranger of Paradise, and I went with Stranger of Paradise, and I'm thinking they're both like $60, and I'm sure Elden Ring you get a lot more for your money than Stranger of Paradise.
Join the Tarnished. Come on. Play Elden Ring. Die a lot. It's been glorious. Hope you have lots of patience for that one. No, I think after Elden Ring, I may give that one a try. Either that or we got freaking Kirby incoming too.
Oh, yeah.
I assume if you're good at Elden Ring, you'd be good at Stranger of Paradise. It's the difficulty it would be. I mean, it wouldn't be that much harder or whatever. It's not. It was a little bit hard for me at the beginning, but then I've gotten used to it now.
Okay, and Elden Ring is still hard for me. Gosh damn it. I'm like 40-something hours in, and I'm like, I keep dying a lot.
Yeah, it's all about
like
you gotta block and dodge all the
hours
time.
Or something.
Oh, 110 hours.
Wow.
Damn.
I've heard Triangle Strategy isn't long, which like I told myself, well, I mean, I cannot, I've told myself I will not buy it until I actually beat Octopath Traveler, but I heard that it's actually a fairly short game in comparison to Octopath.
Oh,
like 20-ish hours or something. Oh my god, I've been having so much fun with Pokemon still. So much fun.
Pokemon. Speaking of Octopath, are you guys trying out that new mobile game coming out? Oh shit, that was fast. Okay, never mind.
Never
mind.
Staying away from any other gacha.
I signed up.
They
for
barely
the
last
data,
a year.
but
Most of them barely last a year.
I think the only one that's probably worth trying, but it has FF7 to its name, is Ever Crisis.
Yes.
But we have no news on that.
No.
Not since last year. I don't know when that's coming out.
Yeah, that's no idea.
As long as they don't put a gem cap on it, Square.
Oh my god.
But I mean,
it depends. It depends on if the game is made for it from the beginning. Then it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully it's good. We need another good gacha game to play. So that'd be nice.
Do we though? Do we?
No, because it's taking us away from console games. Let's be real.
It does.
I
miss
Yeah.
once Victoria died,
so
I
much
did
more
finally
time.
start playing. Yeah.
See,
I did start playing other console games.
Oh shit! There it is.
I have it. It's just I can't play it right now. I have too many games on the back burner that I need to beat.
Yeah.
It feels like a filler game to me. It's decent, but it's not like a. I wouldn't consider it like a main title game, if that makes sense.
Nice. All right.
I'm gonna do my free polls on this banner, and I have everything, and I guarantee that this is where I'm gonna get my second ever free burst. I guarantee it.
I should see what I
really hope that that's not the case.
Mikey, what
you got lightning free burst?
Let's go. Thank you.
Too.
I did. I pulled lightning burst for free. That was my second ever free burst on Fireside, and I called it. But that was a triple burst banner. This is double burst. All right, let's see.
I'm actually missing Vane's
Gold orb.
Just a quick shout out to Mikey for the sub. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Vane was my last gem burst that I've ever gotten.
Ace was my last gem burst. And Machina was my last burst in general.
See the door. Not intentional, though.
Oh, I got Vane LD.
Is that? Damn, I'm actually farming gold right now. I can't forget. I've been broke.
I wish... J-Unit, I wish I could have given you this extra Vane LD that I got for free. Oh, thanks, Blobs.
Let's see if I get Vane's burst
off
of the free.
After we hear your results, we'll get started.
I'm so excited for Vane Force.
Snap. It's Omar.
Omar.
Long time.
Your room's ready, bro. You see, I got the lights. I got the Zelda posters. All right, I got the Sephiroth. It's ready, bro. Your room's ready. Let's go. You'll have to sleep on this chase, though. So just saying. Hope you have a strong back.
Okay, no burst.
No
burst.
No burst
Good.
too, but I had a strong free multi.
Oh, what'd you get?
Well, this would be considered strong if I didn't have anything here. I have Ida LD, Ida EX, and two Ida 15s. It's pretty much almost full Ida kit.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah.
I didn't even realize that Ida LD was on here.
Yeah.
Me neither until I got a duplicate of
it. Yeah,
also.
Didn't realize that Kate Sith was on there. Whoops.
I'm sure Jin Lee got like 3 bursts off of it. No problem.
I'm glad that my burst, hopefully that free burst comes in clutch on either Zach or Ramza. Well, what's the matter?
Yeah, maybe I just don't pull on them until I pull on Zach first.
Yeah, true. All right,
kind
guys.
of crazy how long Zach is for. Zach? Well, we can talk about it, but yeah. Zach, they made him like a week after. We were expecting him to be like
today
now, but
yeah.
They put him like a week later.
Not even like
a few days.
Little anticlimactic. I mean, hype for Cloud. I guess I'll be able to, use him a bit this week before I switch almost entirely to Zach.
No, you better use him forever. Gosh damn it!
On what content is there? Is there a Lufenia?
I haven't even checked it yet. The Cloudy with the Cloud of Cloud?
I assume so.
There should be. I mean, with the lack of content, you could always go to JP and pull for Bart's dad because we're all excited for him.
I should probably log into JP. Shit.
Anyone
When
excited
was the
for
last time you logged into JP?
Bart's
there is
dad?
A week ago, a week and a half ago.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go and do the Loop Plus now. All right, see you guys later.
All right, good luck. All right, let's get this started. Let's get this started officially, and then we'll talk about Zach here in a moment. We'll vent why he's like a freaking week away. All right, so welcome back everybody to another Fireside Chat. This is episode number 18, and this is a monthly podcast, video chat, whatever you want to call it, where four friends get together and talk about Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. Just imagine us sitting in front of a fireplace, drinking some Bailey's hot chocolate, maybe just standard hot chocolate for those of us that don't drink liquor or alcohol. And that's the kind of environment that we like to sort of show off or be in. All right, friends, now, if my fellow host would please go around and let our viewers know who you are and where they may find you.
I'm Rez. You can find me on YouTube and occasionally Twitch. I haven't been streaming that much lately, but more importantly, you can find this bear wherever there is cheese.
Did you say cheese?
And I'm actually cheese. He fucking loves cheese. I forgot to get water. I had 2 drinks at dinner and I forgot to get water, so I'm not drinking anything right now, I guess.
I am Jin Lee. I am having a coffee, or kind of. It's kind of finished now, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is solely where I'm at.
What's up, y'all? This is 40, Broadway Saiyan. You guys can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Discord, Twitter, and I am drinking a Zevia 0-calorie soda that is grapefruit flavored. Yeah, that's what I'm having.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll have to try it out sometime. And I am Lids87, primarily now on Twitch, Twitter. I'm still trying to get Rez and Jin Lee to join Twitter. Perhaps one day we will see what happens, because they got to see all the wonderful hot takes that are on Twitter. And tonight I am drinking some Jack and Ginger Ale. So cheers, everybody, and welcome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I got the good stuff downstairs, the Woodford. Yeah, I was drinking that this weekend, so.
Oh, Woodford's so good.
Yeah,
That is really.
it was nice.
Trying to be a bad influence on 40, are you?
Yeah, pretty much. See, I'm not telling 40 to drink. I'm just saying what I had. So.
He's like, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. Just try it. Just drink it. God damn it. All right, friends. Rez, how was your past month in Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia since last we talked? I think last episode we did talk about Theodore and Titus, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Okay.
Talked about them. But I don't think we talked about them upcoming.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as my polls, I for those that didn't see my video, I burned 620 tickets in about 10 minutes trying to get Saiyan Aldi. It was 3:30 in the morning, and I had a moment of weakness that I could not stop. But it's okay. I love him. He's so much fun, and I'm really glad I got him, and I've been using him in a bunch of stuff. Also, his LD callability is absolutely a massive quality of life improvement. But yeah, and then I was able to get Rem pretty easily. Luckily, I was worried about that. And then I completely skipped Fang, but I've been having a blast with Queen Bee. And Rem and Saiyan are so much fun together.
Oh, okay.
What about you, Lids?
I'm trying to think back. So I got all of them. I ran into an issue where I was kind of running low on the red ingots, so I can't wait for the next Divine Leviathan so we could farm some of those. I do have extra duplicates, but I literally got to go through my inventory and realize duplicate EX weapons. But the main banner for me was the Rem and Cypher banner, since I didn't have Cypher's LD from before I gemmed that one. I think that's the one that had Theodore on it, I believe, and I did pick up his burst weapon. I didn't green it, unfortunately, or maybe that's a blessing, but yeah,
fortunately.
Fortunately, I did not green it, but I was able to get both Rem and Cypher. Actually, oh man, so I got Rem's LD and Theodore's burst weapon on the same freaking pole, but then I had to pity Cypher, so that was crazy. I mean, it was an absolute win, I think, but
oof.
Yeah. And then after that, Saiyan, he came home with tickets. Beatrix, I already had. She's actually blued. She does a lot of freaking damage with her EX ability and the ultimate weapon, 5 out of 5. Gosh damn, with Garnet, over a million easily with her EX ability. It's awesome. It's amazing. Fang, she did come home with tickets. I don't know what's up with this game. When we try to burn our free gems, the game just shoves LDs and bursts in my face, so I can't, start reducing the paid gems, but is what it is. How about yourself, Jin? How was the previous month for yourself?
Well, unlike Red, Theodore actually loves me way too much. Like, originally when he first came around, I was going to skip him. Then he gave me his free LD and EX in like 8 tickets. And then this time, I lucked his burst in 20 tickets. I got Saiyan in 30, and I got Saiyan in 20 and Rem in 30. It's just like, he just took all my luck for Zack cycle pretty much, and I didn't really care for him at all, but it is what it is, and I will accept it. And I was able to pick up EXs that I didn't have before, which were Fang and Saiyan. But Fang LD I had to let go because after 200, she still doesn't want to come to me, so I'm gonna give it all to Zack Rydia, his cycle pretty much. What about you, 40?
Cyan Banner. So I actually have my YouTube channel up because I could reference exactly how much I spent. I forget, and I don't want to lie and be like, oh yeah, I got it in 10 tickets. No, so Cyan cost me like 80 plus tickets, and I just tokened Theodore BT, and I greened Theodore because I actually like the character.
Respect.
Yeah, I'm a big Final Fantasy IV fan. I do recognize that his BT effect is pretty garbage. It would have been good if it was released early BT Plus era. It would have been better and more recognized, but right now it's pretty bad. But hey, he's a favorite. I got to do it. So, and then Rem destroyed my ticket count. I literally got her LD on my very last 10 ticket multi, and then I'm at 0 tickets. Well, actually, no, I have 5 tickets to my name right now.
Holy shit! Wow.
Leviathan can't come any sooner for you.
I know. And I skipped Fang. I have no interest. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna refer you to a video on how to save by someone named Jin Lee. There's a bit of a rant in it, but
they're gonna kill me for that now.
I was gonna say 40. That ticket count sounds a lot like me before Jin.
Oh yeah.
No, I've dropped down to 0 so many times since then.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I had great luck on JP though, but we don't really talk JP here, so.
I mean, we can.
Congrats, though.
When was the last time you were that low on tickets on Global?
To be honest, like around Thanksgiving, I think.
Okay.
So I've actually been pretty good with my resources because I actually think my trigger pull finger is really bad. I think it's worse. It's the worst out of everybody in the Fireside Chat. I think it is.
Are you sure?
I'm sure because there have been times where I said, "Oh, I'm not gonna pull," and then I will pull off camera and then regret it later. And sometimes
that's
not
my
say
entire
anything.
MO.
Well, Red is pretty good with gems now, though.
I am pretty good with gems, but I will never forget pitying Rudia's LD in secret and then being so ashamed that I bought Titus's costume to try to make up for the gems that I lost. That will forever be my biggest point of shame. But no, case in point, like I was planning on skipping Cyan, and then I ended up spending 620 tickets, and I don't want to know how far I would have gone if I did not get his LD on that 620th ticket. But yeah, I feel your pain.
Yeah, but I'm getting a little better. So.
Okay, good. No, I remember you for sure. You always mention I remember your JP videos and all that. You were like, oh yeah, I love polling. As a content creator, you love to show off the characters' gameplay and all that. So, yeah. It's okay, 40.
Yeah. So, try not to do that on Global though. I can't pull for everything on Global.
It's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, just do it for one account. Don't try to get everything in both accounts.
Yeah. Go insane.
Now, before we proceed, can I just ask that we petition that they remove Garnet with her burst because everything has been so damn easy.
It was gonna be easy without Garnet, but she just makes it even
right.
worse.
But it's just true. I gotta stop using her. The boss rush, legit, dude, she took on like 3 waves by herself. Her wins a
Yeah,
200
people can duo one party the boss rush with Garnet and like Furion or Machina or something.
It's just insane. It's crazy that the hot takers were upset about her, but yet here she is. She's gonna be amazing for the longest time. So that's it. I just had to throw that out there. That was it. So. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about that unit called, well, some of these other Burst Plus units. But Zach, why the heck do we have to wait a week? A whole week in order to get them?
That was pretty anticlimactic stream when they were like,
I know.
A date on the Zach banner there.
Yeah, literally, Joshua had to clarify. He's like, no, that's the date it starts, not the date it ends.
Oh, that's what he was referring to when,
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's
yeah, because I think everybody was expecting it to start like tonight, but that's when Cloud and Squall start. So
they want to make sure people make bad decisions right now first.
Yeah.
And somebody in chat was saying, is Vayne and COD like worth going for right now? They're not. You want to save for Zach and Ramza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was Mikey for sure. It's just like a lot of the units. I'm gonna be anti-40 with the useful. If they're useful, they're made a video. Remember that video you made about Yagran? I do. But I mean, they're useful. Sure. Should you go broke for them? I don't believe so. There are better units, in my opinion. Their moment has already passed.
Yeah, if you don't pull for them. If you happen to get their stuff on the free pull, they're a lot of fun. But if you're short on any of like the, ingots or burst book resources, I wouldn't invest in them unless they're faves. And this is coming from somebody who greened Vayne and still uses him.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think
I still use my Cloud of Darkness, but yeah, their time is fast at the moment.
You have a greened on global, correct, Jin?
Yeah, I have a green Cloud of Darkness.
Okay.
I used her for the boss rush just recently.
Oh, very nice. Good stuff. So is it safe to assume that Zach is probably the most hyped up Burst Plus units of the ones that we are receiving, including the ones we received tonight? What do you guys think?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think just because of his character himself, too. Mm-hmm. Not only is he like good, but he's also Zach.
Oh, that's right. And
he's shirtless.
Oh dear.
And he's also the type of unit that you recommend to everyone just because he's a tank. He can't die. It just makes life easy for a new player. Everything about him makes it worth pulling for.
I see 40 in the chat right here. Let me just.
And obviously, his burst music. Yeah, like they said in chat.
It's his
Liz
burst
is about
music.
to ban me.
And burst animation. Oh god.
I'm about to ban 40 right now. So let me just say one thing. All right, who survived longer? Yeah, that's right. Cloud is the better Zach.
But Zach willingly sacrificed himself.
Yeah, he did. No, Zach's a great unit, guys. If you're not familiar with Zach, he's a freaking aggressive ass tank, and with his burst effect is essentially Bosch, right? Bosch, he focuses everything towards him. Damage mitigation, which is beautiful. So great unit overall. Highly recommended. If you're thinking about Vayne and Cloud of Darkness, no, look at Zach. All right, definitely look at Zach. Great unit overall. Now, I'm hoping everybody here, my fellow host, are going to be on the same page as me. We all greened Cloud already, right?
I haven't logged into the game, but I will definitely green Cloud.
Okay.
Just because he's Cloud. But he's pretty useful too in terms of utility and stuff.
I'm looking at 40 right now.
He's probably not.
I'm not greening anybody that's on the banners right now. I might green Cloud for a specific fight because of how I approach that particular Shinryu on JP, and I'm probably gonna do it again. This is the Jekt Shinryu, where I literally used Cloud's burst finisher when I had the force gauge up like at 800%, and he did like 100 million damage and one-shotted the boss. I might do it there just because that was a fun strategy. But other than that, probably not. I'm waiting for Zach and Ramza.
Come on, Rez. Yeah. I know you're giving up Terra for Cloud. Come on.
I will plus Cloud. For some reason, I have full spheres on my Squall. I think we established that I did it because I asked Jin what spheres he was using on Squall, and these were the spheres he was using, and they were full. So I don't know why the fuck I have full spheres on Squall, and I do not care about him. But anyway, I have 10 burst books, so I feel like I should plus them if I'm going to use them at some point. Otherwise, I'm just like never gonna use any of these books.
Okay, so I mean, you're gonna use a realization book on his burst weapon, so that respect. But I know for a fact you're definitely going for Terra, right? Hands down.
Oh,
absolutely.
I've got my Ultima sword all maxed out for her.
Oh, nice. 5 out of 5. That is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Maybe I'll consider if I pick up. I gotta see if I even have her burst weapon because she's a great magic attacker, amazing magic attacker. Lots of damage she can dish out, so. Not a bad option. I'm trying to see here. Now, is it safe to assume that we all have Ramza's burst weapon or no?
Oh, I don't have it.
You don't have it?
I really hope I don't have to token it.
I have it.
Okay. Are you going to go after it, Rez, or not?
If I don't get it on the free, I will probably token it, but I'm really, really hoping that I get lucky on the free with either Ramza or I can get Zach burst when I'm going for Rydia, because I've already spent 100 burst tokens in the last couple weeks in the last like month or so for Garnet and Locks. I really don't want to have to spend another 100 in one cycle.
Fair enough.
But yeah, do all of you have? I know, Jin, you have Ramza burst.
Yeah, we all have. You're the only one with that.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
I would say why Ramza is really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of if people aren't aware, like what the kind of the meta is, it's kind of like HP cap up or max brave cap up, and that's the reason why like Ramza is really good, because he can give up to 36% cap up, and Garnet gives 30% cap up. So if you have like a DPS alongside them, then that is just ridiculous. And that's also why Zach is good. He has 20% HP cap up, and it's funny that Squall has it, which is actually one of his only probably good things about his burst. Cloud doesn't, unfortunately. Terra has a little bit, but the reason why Ramza is really good is because he can just buff the party and have 36% cap up, whereas like Laguna needs debuffs on the targets, and if there's less targets or something, then you will be able to increase that cap by less. But Laguna's damage is better, obviously. So that's kind of what I look for immediately when I'm analyzing like a burst plus character nowadays, just to see like, do they give me some HP damage cap up or not, and then I look at the rest of the kit after as well.
Yeah, Ramza is essentially a big ass stat stick for your entire party with his burst.
Yeah.
His burst, and he has mastered the Thoom, right, from Skyrim. He is able to break the enemies just by shouting at them, so he is Dragonborn, let's be real. But yeah, no, not a bad overall unit. I'm hesitant at the moment to green him. I know he's great, I know he's amazing, but I mean we have Laguna, and I just don't know if I'm gonna have enough resources here, because I don't know what the hell possessed me last month, the green Gilgamesh. I just did it. I bought the cost.
He's not bad. He's not bad, but he's not these units, but he's not bad.
No, I mean I wasn't like just personally a fan of Gilgamesh since the beginning, but I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. All right. And he's definitely fun to use. I'll give him that. He was doing some nice damage. I got the costume, fully committed for him, but yeah, no, I ended up using some ingots on him. So there's that. So there goes the Ramza ingots. And then yeah, he's gonna go beautifully with my green Yagran. So just saying. So yeah, unfortunately, I did green Cloud tonight. Squall, I mean, great AoE unit, but not that impressive in my own personal opinion. I'll probably green Zach. Amazing tank. Amazing tank. If you're not going to go for Zach, what is wrong with you? So you better pick up Snow later down the line. Ramza for me. Again, skipping. Terra, we'll see. Maybe. It'll probably just be out of sheer respect for Rez if I green Terra.
Thank you. Yeah.
But I don't have her burst weapon. I just checked. It's not there. But maybe I'll wait for her force weapon. Got to plan that out, right? But then
she deserves the world.
She does. But I do want to green Laguna because I never did the whole Laguna thing on the JP side of the game. Just from what he gets with great debuffer. He gets the whole follow-up thing kind of like Squall, except I believe he does like a little flip forward, like a little laser flip. But the best part about Laguna, and I'm sure you guys can agree if you guys have seen the trailer for it, you already know, is the burst music.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. For sure. So great. You need your glow sticks for that. Great music. We've been waiting for that for the longest time. And it's essentially part Desperado. Right? The first part, he's swinging there. I don't know what the second ability is when he stands on top of his mech and he fires the big laser. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Final Fantasy VIII. I'm going to take that as
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barely. I don't remember. I was underwhelmed.
Oh, no. So I'm not.
8 has a soft spot in my heart, but they don't usually involve my favorites though.
Damn. So Jin, are you personally going to go after Laguna once he receives his burst weapon?
I'm not gonna chase it, but if I get it by happenstance, then I might green him. But I'm not gonna chase him. I already have the units I need, and I will token Zach if I need to.
Okay.
So mainly the units I'm gonna green are Cloud, Zach, and Ramza. And then if I get Laguna, then maybe. But he's the only one that is not guaranteed for me to have the BT.
Okay. Someone is asking how good is Laguna's full kit. I mean, his whole thing has always been debuffing. He's been a debuffing type. Ranged unit. I know I've never really used them before on the pass. I don't know if you guys have experience with using Laguna. Could be either JP or no. It's like
no.
His damage has always been pretty
JP.
It's mainly about debuffing.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had a tuning pass in a long time.
Yeah, but now when he's gonna get some love, LD burst rework. He's gonna have follow up damage after he does his standard animation, standard attacks. He literally does almost like Squall, treated like Squall, where there is follow up damage to whenever he does his burst. After using his finished burst, it could be either the standard from after the burst mode or using his burst plus or his burst ability. He now inflicts a gold frame debuff whenever that enemy inflicted with that gold frame debuff receives an HP attack. There's going to be follow-up damage based off of Laguna's attack. So in terms of damage output, he gets better. I mean, he's not broken, but he does get better, I think.
He brings a lot more than Squall. If you're going to choose between him or Squall, you choose Laguna.
Oh yeah.
Choose Papa.
He's much better than Squall.
For sure. How about yourself, Roz? Are you going to be going after the Laguna?
I will be throwing probably 300 tickets at that banner. My first and primary. The first thing I will do when that banner comes out is green Terra and give her my maxed Ultima sword. But I will go for Laguna's LD at least. And if I get the burst, I will probably green it, but I won't go out of my way for it.
Okay. And how about yourself, 40? How do you feel about the Laguna on the global side of the game?
I will definitely be gemming his LD unless I have the tickets for it. And my plan is to hopefully RNG is on my side and I get dupe burst and then token it. But if I don't, then I will also go for that BT. It's good. He's really good. I enjoyed him on JP. I'm gonna enjoy him again on global. A lot of what I'm going to be doing for this next month is very similar to what I did on JP because that's how much I used and enjoyed these upcoming characters that I have plans to pull for. So.
Nice, good stuff. But yeah. I mean, why use the tokens though? We have to use our gems to reduce the cap. So
I think 40 is pretty safe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty safe.
40 is pretty safe.
I'm actually pretty safe. Yeah.
That's not a bad thing, fam. None whatsoever. Now, if a player, in your own personal opinion, it could be either sheer favorite. I'm looking at you, Rez, for this part, or the next, or it could be sheer usefulness of one of these units. Who do you guys believe that players should go after for these upcoming Burst Plus units, at least until the next Square Enix community livestream for the following set of Burst units? 40. We're gonna start with you, fam.
Are you talking a new player or like returning player?
Just players that do not have any of these current Burst Plus characters that we are about to receive.
I would say Zach, and here's the reason why. You'll get the HP damage cap up, that's like the thing right now. And with Zach, because he makes himself immortal with his burst effect, and let's not forget, he also gives your party members a shield. You could be a bit more reckless and take more risky approaches with fights and not pay the consequences for it nearly as often, as long as you know how you're dealing with lethal Lufenia orbs. You have an answer to lethal Lufenia orbs. I would say Zach is who I would personally recommend, because he allows for a more aggressive style of play, less thinking, because Zach will take all the damage and never die, and your party members have a shield, and they also have their damage amped up at the same time. So that's what I would personally recommend. What about you, Jin?
Yeah, I mean, I echo that. I kind of mentioned earlier, like what I would recommend, why I would recommend Zach, because basically what you said, he just brings everything and makes the game easier. So if you're talking to a general player, they're gonna want the game to be easier. So Zach is your man.
Okay. Are you in agreement, Rez, or are you just gonna tell everybody to go after Terra?
I mean, Terra's Bay, but for newer players that don't have anything, probably don't want somebody who's mainly just an incredible DPS unit, but that is the main thing that she offers. So Zach, absolutely. And then in terms of somebody who's a great enabler, like you've got units that you want to use and you want somebody who's a good enabler, then Ramza. But I'd prioritize Zach over everyone, also just because he's best boy.
I'm disappointed.
And
guys.
Get his costume. Get him to take off his shirt.
Oh, you're paying him to take off the shirt. Let's go. Stripper Zach confirmed.
Just like Stripper Oz. Yep.
Let's go. But no, I'm disappointed, guys. I thought everybody would say Cloud. Come on. So, I mean, Zach didn't make it that far. Cloud kept on going. Let's be real. Right? Cloud was able to defeat Sephiroth twice. Zach couldn't do that. Let's be real. Just kidding. I'm 100% in agreement with my fellow host here. So.
Well, Cloud is the poster boy of this game, so he will eventually always be good. So
yes,
he's never a bad investment.
No, but we'll see what happens with the remake. We will see what happens. So
Zach is too slow to be a stripper. He'd do it for free and not know what was going on.
Wait, what?
He would. That's just what Halcyon said in the
chat.
Hell?
Oh my
That's
god!
Absolutely accurate. My heart. He's such a good boy.
He is a good boy. He's not. He can be very naive.
Himbo. Big himbo.
I never.
He is a himbo.
Oh man. So which one was the? Was it before Crisis? Was that where he started? Was that the PSP game? I don't recall if that.
Crisis Core.
Crisis Core. Thank you for that. Yeah, I feel like if I would have played that, I would have had more of a connection with Zach. But at the time, I was broke. I was a kid, and I couldn't get a PSP. I really wanted to play it, but unfortunately, since I couldn't, I don't have that connection with Zach like everybody else does. So, yeah. So when you guys do the finish burst and you guys start crying, I don't have those feels, unfortunately. At least not yet. Not yet. Hopefully they maybe remake it, or I don't know, get the opportunity to play it. So we'll see.
You can just watch the.
I've never played it.
No?
Yeah, I've never played it. I just watched all the cutscenes on YouTube.
Oh. Okay. See, I know what. I mean, we all know what happens, but I remember the scenes from Final Fantasy VII because they were there. Oh shit! I just smacked the shit out of one of my cans. The scenes were there, and then I know they were briefly mentioned. I think in the movie here and there, but yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe one day I'll just buy PSP so I could get a connection like everybody else when it comes to Zach, and I'll cry with you guys. So.
I think the game itself is probably not that good. It's just the story. So you can just watch the clips on YouTube, watch a summary, and then you'll be good.
It's literally what I did.
Oh.
Highly recommend just doing that instead.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? Let's go. Okay, so everybody, we're going to talk about everybody's favorite topic that's been going on for the past, what, like 2 months, 3 months? In Dissidia final, previous month?
It feels like it's
longer,
been
right?
3 months.
Has it?
It feels like a year.
Yeah.
It really does. But Square Enix did give us an announcement that the cap has been postponed. Good job, everybody. We just don't know if they just didn't.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Hashtag stop the cap. So I'm gonna pass this one on to Jin because I know he has some thoughts about the cap.
All right. Well, I want to start off by saying that like Josh did a great job of getting immediate pity from us about their situation as like middlemen. He was just like on stream, we're just here to cover kids. Please don't hurt us. Please have mercy.
Yeah.
With some puppy dog eyes or whatever. But yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, huge thanks to both Josh and Crystal for really conveying the community's feelings on the gem cap, and it obviously has worked so far. I mean, I did do a video covering my thoughts on the postponement already, and there were just 3 important takeaways that I got from this, which were essentially they still care enough about the game to reconsider, and there is no end of service planned in their minds. Number 2, our voices and wallets are loud enough for even the top decision-making chain to hear. And number 3, someone or some people there can definitely do something about the cap. And so they do have some control over it. And so that pretty much eliminates all those kind of like bad takes and about their hands being tied for legal reasons or whatever, you know, like they still haven't given a reason for the cap, which is annoying, but they only mentioned like gem management or whatever, but they're definitely not trying to look out for gambling addicts from that message, that's for sure. And they just need to give us a reasonable way to spend our paid gems if they're going to implement the cap regardless. Mm-hmm. Like me personally, I for one was very happy with the announcement, and I considered it a win and a step in the right direction. I know it's not over. We should continue to make sure that they do give us a good solution. But there were people that were angry about the wording of the last couple paragraphs. Mm-hmm. That they will have a cap regardless if they can't find a solution, and that it was just to appease the community before the stream. And yeah, for sure, the timing of the release was obviously, there's no question, it was to lessen the blowback on stream. And I would also be upset if they do end up taking that route of implementing a bad solution or nothing at all. But personally, I am more on the optimistic side and think they won't. Like both things can be true. It could be to save the stream and they can also come up with a solution at the same time. I felt the wording was just PR words covering all situations and their asses. And it was a little bit defiant that they had to relent and postpone the cap in the first place. So they were a little bit upset probably about that. But they've already seen the backlash. So just implementing the cap without any reasonable solution in place, it would just obviously have the same reaction. It would kill the game and our trust event because now they've done it twice, they would kill our trust. So they can't do that again. And I think they've done enough good things and listened to our feedback enough to merit some of the benefit of the doubt here. So whoever or whatever team that is behind the cap decision clearly had to take a bit of a humble pie to relent and postpone it. And so hopefully they do come up with a good solution and they do come up quickly as well because JP still has this cap. And I also still want to address, there's some players out there though that I'll never personally understand the whale hate. There's like whale hate out there from free-to-play players sometimes. And it's just probably jealousy or not understanding how games work. Like paying players are the lifeblood of the game. I'm not a big spender at all. And I watched Crestoria go down. Tales of Crestoria was another gacha game that I played, even with Resphoina's great attempts to keep it alive. But even now, recently, Dragalia Lost is going down. It has end of service, and that's often mentioned up there. Like,
no
way. That definitely like rings like kind of like we have to be careful if DFFOO is going to continue because like Dragalia Lost was often up there as one of the greatest free-to-play games with DFFOO. They were kind of like, if you want a great free-to-play game, you should play Dragalia Lost. So it's dying now. It's officially end of service. announced, and yeah, so a great free-to-play game can also bite the game in the ass and not make enough profit to keep it alive. So I'm all for DFFO finding good ways to incentivize spending for those who want to, so that it can last a long time. DFFO is a PvE game, so anything paying players do outside of not spending won't impact non-paying players. And free players trying to limit what paying players get just so you can be happy with what you get for free is just petty. Like, this game is already super generous for free players, so as long as they don't reduce what free resources and options are given, then whatever other extra options for paying players is fine and should be fine. And it's better for the game in general. It means it will last longer, and it doesn't mean the game is any less generous for non-paying players as long as they don't reduce what free players are given. So that's kind of what I wanted to say on the topic, because I've kind of been following the main core discussion about it and seeing what takes there out there, and I just wanted to hopefully address some of those right now. I know that was a lot. I don't know if you guys wanted to chime in or not.
Yeah, I can chime in. Well, first, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the March 22nd update, they added a details on gems held button to the gem shop so that you can currently check the amount of acquired and purchased gems you own, like right on the purchase page. I found that very interesting. But I think you make a really good point, Jin, about the fact that this game is PvE. So like, a lot of people say that they will leave the game if they implement paid gem banners that have like higher rates or something. But I think that just like, even if I were free to play, I don't see the issue with that, because it's PvE. There's no PvP. Like, what somebody does or gets in their game has no effect on what happens in your game. So, I mean, hopefully they just don't implement the cap. But if they do, I don't think that having paid gem banners means anything close to what it would mean in a PvP game. So hopefully, hopefully the people that are saying like, if they implement, a paid gem banner, I'm leaving, because that seems like what they might end up implementing as a result. So it just does it. People are probably have a bad taste in their mouth from other gacha games that do this, but I don't really know of any other gacha games that are 100% PvE. So yeah, I'm glad it's been postponed. Hopefully they don't pull the rug out from under us again, because like Jin said, if they lose our trust twice, it won't be good. But hopefully they can look at a nice chart and see the dip in revenue on the day the cap was announced, and then the rise in revenue on the day it was postponed. And hopefully they can see that and be like, wow, okay, this really was a really dumb decision. But yeah, glad it's postponed. Immediately renewed my premium Monk Pass and got Rem's costume, and I just need it to remain postponed until Tifa and Celis and Aerith costumes come out.
Right. No one is advocating for like paid gem banners. Like, we never really cared before about paid gem banners. Mm-hmm. We were happy with, I mean, I don't pay that much anyway, but we were happy with whatever we got, as the same as the free-to-play players. But we just need a solution, and that's just one of the reasonable solutions. If they are going to implement the cap anyways, then we need some way to do paid gems. And as long as the rates and everything is still the same for a free-to-play player, then it doesn't make the game any less generous. It just gives a slight advantage to those who are paying, but then it's still, free players still get the same as was before, so it's still just as generous as it was before. So it's just basically like jealousy, I guess, if you want to put it bluntly. But you can easily pay if you want to, or not pay if you want to. I'm not going to pay just to get better rates myself, so it's fine. It is, you just got to play with your own game and be happy with your own game.
Now, I'm just curious, just me not knowing, and I'm just curious to see what you guys think about it also. Is there a reason why they would just keep the gems separate and just not combine them? Is there like legal reasons behind that? Again, I really don't know.
Well, the Mino helped to clarify this for me, but basically on the announcement in the JP in-game announcement, it was kind of like saying that they would not use paid gems first so that they wouldn't disadvantage paying players. And that's basically saying like in the event of them having a way to use paid gems that you didn't waste your paid gems before. So it kind of makes sense, but then it doesn't make sense just because there is no way to use paid gems right now. So they have to give a way to use paid gems before it's called disadvantage to paying players. Right now, there is no disadvantage to using paid gems first, but if they ever implement something that uses paid gems, then yes, the paid gems that you've lost will have been lost, if that makes sense. So let's say like
it
like
does.
let's say like
it keeps the possibility open.
It does.
Let's say that they made paid gems being used first now, and so then we all go below the cap. But then later they implement paid gem banners, and you're like, what the freak? I just wasted like 300,000 paid gems. You know, I could have used that on that banner later. That's kind of what it is.
Okay, fair enough. Makes sense. It does make sense if they're never going to make a solution, I don't see the issue in combining. But that being said, if they ever do make something that involves paid gems, then okay, I could see why then the paying players would then be angry about, you know, said situation if it did ever happen. So
right, it just makes no sense in this game right now because there is no way to use paid gems, and then they're capping the paid gems. So that's the main issue. So if they're gonna make a cap, then they have to give us a reasonable way to use the paid gems.
Okay. Yeah, I seriously still believe that they only did it so the community didn't literally backhand freaking Joshua and Crystal during the live stream.
But then the next stream would just be as bad if they implement it without any solution. So it's I don't see that like I understand your reasoning, but yours and other people that think that, I don't see any logical reason a business would do that, to postpone just to save one stream and then end up losing the trust even more of the community afterwards, and the next stream will just be bonkers. So I'm more optimistic, and I don't see that they would just go ahead and postpone it for the stream and then re-implement it with no solution after. It already took a lot of thinking and a lot of them to relent to even postpone it in the first place. So I think that's already a huge win and step in the right direction.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at some point they're just gonna have to address this, and not everybody's gonna be happy about it. So hopefully it's a good solution for all of us, truthfully, because it would definitely suck if the game did, you know, end up closing, kind of like these other games, like Dragali Lost, like how you mentioned, you know, that sucks. I played that game for a little bit. It was a great game. It definitely was a great game. And I was thinking back to Mobius. That was a great game too, in my personal opinion. It did shut down, you know. If your name is not Dokkan, you're not, I mean, right? Because Dokkan, that thing's still going forever. So,
if your name isn't Genshin Impact.
That game's still young.
When they were planning to implement the cap, I was planning to go free to play. But if they postpone it and then they just, with that message, and then they implement it without any solution again, then that would even make me want to quit more. If that makes that even makes me feel worse about the game. Like I would not only stop and be free to play, I would quit the game possibly just because of how terrible that management decision would be. So while I think that it is still possible that they would do that, but I don't think so personally. That would just make zero business decision sense.
40, do you have any thoughts, fam?
Yeah, and I think you guys may not agree with me.
Ooh, all right, here we go.
I mean, bring it.
Well,
bring it.
I think it's how I approached it, because originally, I heard about Square Enix's response when I was out on a family trip, so I wasn't paying attention until I saw all these DMs on Discord when I checked. And people were like, look, Square's doing something about it. So my initial response was, this is exciting. I'm happy that they addressed it, because we had been waiting so long for an actual reply from them. Like, I know Josh gave a Reddit post, but it was like of a generalized reply. It wasn't like fully addressing it. Exactly. It was also unofficial. So my initial take was, oh, this is cool. They're replying. This is exciting. But when I actually reread it and I took some time to absorb it, I think that it's a victory in that they replied, but I'm still not 100% on what they're saying. A lot of the things bothered me about what I was reading on there. The first thing that bothered me was they said it's temporary. So one way or another, some form of this cap is going to be implemented. So I was telling myself I need to prepare myself for some kind of disappointment because I can't be overly optimistic and be like, "Yay, we got them to reply, victory, victory." It's not a true victory because it looks like they're still going to do it. And then the other thing that really bothered me is why do they keep mentioning gem management? When was it ever a problem in a PvE mobile game where gem management was a problem? I mean, if you take a look at other mobile games like Dokkan Battle, like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, all these other mobile games, what do they have? They have foresight, they have their content creators create content, which promotes their game for free, okay? And they advise players on what to pull on and what not to pull on. And naturally, you're going to have people that will listen to advice and will have this large stash of currency that they've saved, whether it's free or paid or both. So why was that ever a problem? And also, why is it a problem now for a game like Dissidia Opera Omnia, which is so free-to-play friendly, where because it's so free-to-play friendly and generous, that people are willing to support it, but now they want to implement this cap, which doesn't make any sense. It's like what we stated before. They're punishing their longest supporters. I don't understand why this gem management is such a big deal to them. Like, what exactly is it doing that they're not telling us that supposedly, it sounds like, from the looks of it, it's hurting their business somehow with this game, which I think what they're doing with implementing this cap is actually going to hurt them further. I mean, we can all agree on that. So I am less optimistic about that response. I'm optimistic in the sense that they replied, and I'm happy they replied. But what they wrote to me is not a victory. I don't think it's a victory. I think they're just stalling, and I think one way or another they're going to implement the cap. And I hope that there is a solution on top of that. I mean, in a perfect world, this shouldn't even be a thing. This really shouldn't even be a thing. This game had a lot of support already because of how generous it was. We, like myself, you guys, are willing to spend on this game because they've been so good to us. And then for them to just do something like this, it just really makes me question them and makes me question who are these executives or higher ups who think that this is a bright idea. So I'm not trying to sound like I'm doom posting or anything like that, but I've just been approaching this as like, I'm already setting myself up for disappointment. So then I don't get nearly as disappointed when something does happen that I don't necessarily want to happen. That's how I'm approaching this. I'm just being a bit more cautious about it. But don't get me wrong. I think them replying is a small victory. I just don't think it's a true victory where we can like celebrate and like raise our hands because, that's just how I'm taking it. Hopefully you guys understand.
No, not. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Fair.
I think that's how I think that's like exactly how we feel.
Let me
neither. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say that like none of what you said is anything that I disagree with. What I was saying that this is just a step in the right direction, and it is much better and a victory in terms of not having the cap with no solution. Like it's kind of like they're going to implement the cap anyways, but at least we're not having like the cap and no way to spend our paid gems. That is the worst case scenario. So far from the message, we at least will have a better case scenario than the cap without any way to use paid gems. But obviously I want the cap gone. That's the best case scenario, but from the message it didn't seem like they're going to. And we all think that the top executives are just out of touch in the game. They don't understand how the game works. So people like Josh and Crystal had to explain it, and then they finally had to relent and postpone it at least until they agree with the solution, and hopefully they do get a good solution. But I am optimistic in the sense that they will have the time to have a decent solution at least. But if it's bad or there's no solution, then I am totally on board the riot train as well. So it's just kind of like optimistic in giving them at least the benefit of the doubt that they can steer it in the better direction than it was going, at least. That's what I was kind of trying to say.
Shall I grab the pitchforks? The torches? Yeah, there's always that fear, I mean, I'm in agreement with everything you guys are saying, but it's always like, I know it was postponed, but like we're going to have to cross that bridge at some point where they're just going to have to come back with an answer. All right, either you you're going to do the cap, or there is an actual solution. But it's always that fear that they're just going to continue with the cap. And I'm just going to say this: if I can't buy my short skirt Tifa costume, I'm gonna be real pissed. Okay, I'm gonna be real pissed. So,
a lot of us would be.
Yeah, just saying. So yeah, and I haven't personally reached the cap yet, but I know it's affected a lot of players that I've seen in the Discord and the chats here and there. So I can sympathize with them, like in terms that they just can't buy shit in the game. And it does suck, especially if there's a costume and, guess what? You can't buy the damn costume because you already reached the gem cap. That does suck. So, again, guys, we have to spend all our free gems so we could drop down our paid gems. Drop it down, and then I think we will be fine.
One of the things that made me happy about the announcement itself was the fact that they still cared about the game and that they weren't planning an end of service, since that was a actual possibility that was floating around before that. So...
Don't say that.
So obviously, if they make bad decisions, then it could still kill the game. But it did comfort me in the sense that they had no plans to end the game. So that at least gave me a little bit more consumer confidence to go get Rem's costume, at least. And I wanted to show approval for their at least postponement. Like I wasn't spending anything before that when there was no word, but at least for now, I'm okay with spending here and there. But it's still less consumer confidence than I had before.
Yeah. Don't say end of service. Just don't. It hurts. Don't do it. I know it does suck to think about it, but yeah, it's definitely a possibility. All right, friends.
Especially with like Dragalia Lost now dying just because they were too free to play, I guess.
So
I cannot believe it. I have like 3 news articles open right now reading about it. Like what?
Is there a reasoning that you find out yet, or just?
It was just that, like, it didn't make enough money, I guess. Everything is like, it certainly didn't level up to Fire Emblem Heroes, which is Nintendo's most lucrative title, and it makes more than all of Nintendo's other mobile games combined. And that's the only thing that's like being mentioned in these articles about Dragalia Lost.
I mean, it's really hard to compare Fire Emblems to any other gacha. They make a ton of money.
Just, quick pause before we continue. Chat, if you guys would love to throw in your questions, please feel free to do so. My fellow hosts, just pick them out and put them in our doc, and we will circle back to them. Yeah, well, I know Fire Emblem. I mean, Dragalia Lost it was a brand new game, new characters. Not a lot of players were really familiar with it. Yeah, so Fire Emblem definitely has that advantage. It's a long-loved series, but yeah, it definitely sucks, especially if you played games like that. Dragalia Lost. It sucks. Tales of Crestoria. I played it for a bit with you guys. I played it because of you guys. The story was great. I like Misawa. She was great, slapping the shit out of Vicious, I think, was that his yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They had a great story.
It's just and it's it definitely sucks, just knowing these games that you played and they closed down, and it's like, gosh damn. So yeah. So now seeing Dragalia Lost, so it's like, what's next?
So that's mainly why we're giving advice to Squex now, like just try to save their game. I mean, there's bad decisions that can kill your game pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because I know I heard that some players just stopped spending after they heard about the cap. Jin, you just said so yourself. You kind of stopped for a little bit until you heard about the announcement.
I stopped completely, and I was gonna never spend again if they implemented the cap. But then they postponed it at least.
40 and Rez, would you guys just stop completely supporting the game financially if they did go through with the cap? I know you guys are.
If they do go through with the cap, then I will have no choice but to stop supporting the game financially. I'm at 400K purchased. But if they announce it and they're like, this will be implemented, that is when I will just stop spending immediately. Like we did for this. Like everybody just stopped spending, as far as I know, to show like, hey, this is a terrible idea and we're going to stay strong. So if they do make an announcement that they're implementing it with no solution, I will stop spending. And if they do actually implement it, I don't know what I'll do.
Even with like the cap still sucks just when you think about it, because like let's take Res for example. You have like 400k paid, right? So the moment the cap comes, and if you want to spend again, you're still gonna have to use 100k plus gems on something.
Yeah.
So it's still gonna suck, regardless. But it's gonna be, at least there's gonna be a way for you to use them without using your free at least.
Yeah. So I'm reading our doc. The fuck? It's interesting whoever pulled that last question in there. All right, friends. So hopefully we do hear some good news next time they do decide to address the whole cap thing. So we'll see what happens. All right, who pulled the first question? Would you like to take that one?
I did. Blobs put it in the channel. Mikey, the doc is just for us. Whatever question you have, just put it in the Twitch chat. So Blobs asked, with some of the recent JP new characters being somewhat obscure and not well-known characters, such as Bart's dad, do you think the vocal JP player's frustration is justified? As a non-JP player, yeah, I'd like, we are going to be getting these characters in global at some point, and it's pretty ridiculous how some of them, like Red 13 is not in this game, and yet we are getting Bart's father. So, but I don't play JP, so I don't have a good pulse on that. So curious, 40, what your thoughts are.
I think at this point it's pretty justified. I mean, Bart's dad his name is Dorgan, and he was an NPC. Braska, Yuna's dad, was an NPC. Who else did we get that was an NPC? But like I think
got a lot of NPCs.
That's true. If you think about it, we actually did.
I think Zach was an NPC
actually,
too.
like big favorites at least, or they're part of the story a lot. They're not
like
too
Shantoto.
random. Yeah, I mean, even General Leo is, an NPC, but he's loved by 6 characters. Final Fantasy 6 character.
I think it's justified. And I think what makes it worse is because we know who's been data mined already. Like, Riku's been data mined, Amaranth's been data mined, Angel has been data mined. These are all characters we all love that we would absolutely love to see. Red 13's still not in the game. There's only 2 tactics representatives, and the next character that we're getting now on JP is Bart's dad, who, I don't know if you guys see the artwork, but it looks awful. It looks like they took Bart's, Galuf, and Saiyan and put it together, and he looks like a decrepit bootleg Freddie Mercury is what he looks like.
Oh my god.
That's what he looks like. And I'm like, this is Bart's dad, guys.
Like white Freddie Mercury.
Like, we're all excited to play as Bart's dad. You
remember my response when you posted that image, right? 40 hours, just like, I responded to that like with any character that's so random. It's just like, where are my tactics characters?
Exactly, where are they? And these tactics characters would make them so much money. Oh, assuming they do something about the cap, but it would. Like, imagine if TG Sid got announced. You know how overblown the servers would be trying to get TG Sid or Riku or Red 13, any of these characters, but instead we get Bart's dad. I guess we all wanted Bart's dad somehow.
Old white Freddie Mercury.
He's probably gonna be super OP. That gonna make people pull like.
Yeah.
Like, who would pull for Camelot?
Yeah.
I think it's justified that the vocal JP players are a little irked by not seeing fan favorites over and over and over. So I am. Maybe I'm not as vocal as I should be, but I am. I do get irritated when I see I'm like, who the hell is Liud? At least Liud reminded me of Breath of Fire, so that was all right. But like when Jagran first came out, I'm like, who is that? I was confused. I was like, who is this guy?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Where the actual fuck is Nanaki? Square, where is he? Bullshit, you guys don't have animations for creatures on 4 legs. You have freaking Angelo in the damn game. You have Intercepta, all right, in the damn game. Where the hell is my Nanaki? Seriously. All right? You guys have someone like Menu. Who the shit is Menu? Nobody likes Menu. Okay, there's a Final Fantasy 2 fans. If you guys like Menu, respectable. Who the hell's Menu? Nobody likes Menu. We like Roof. Where's Rufus and Darkstar? All right, if we're going for NPCs from some dude that looks like a ripoff of Galuf, where the hell's Rufus and Darkstar? Gefgarian from Tactics. Where are they?
I mean, Final Fantasy VII Remake made tons of characters more lovable as well. You can include a bunch of them.
But where the fuck is Rufus the Darkstar? So, yeah, it's questionable.
Yeah.
Questionable.
I mean, hang on. I would rather take this character over Bart's dad.
Oh, who is that fandom?
I just linked him.
Better be who I think.
Oh,
it is.
Paul.
No, you know who we need? The ultimate waifu, like thickness, Queen Braum. Oh, yes.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
can you imagine?
Yes, we need Queen Braum. 100% pity. Hands down. I'll buy that beach costume too. Let's go. So, just saying, guys. Now, how about Rez and yourself and Jin? How about yourself? Knowing, the forecast, knowing what's gonna come to the global side of the game, I take it y'all's some of these characters you're just not happy about. That just means you have to wait that much longer for a potential likable character that you guys are looking forward to.
I mean, they just had a stretch that would kill me, so I'm okay with them bringing somebody I won't pull for.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like they're not bringing fan favorites. They're just returning them, a lot of them. So like, give us new characters that we actually know is kind of what we need. But it's not like we don't have a bunch of faves in a row right there. But give us some new characters that we love as well. Like Luna Freya was the last one that was a fan favorite.
Is she really a fan favorite though?
She is.
She's
pretty
okay.
fan favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know I heard from some players that they're like, it's Luna Freya. She really, I don't know if she didn't get that much time, or I don't know. I didn't play Final Fantasy. What is it, 15? So but I will say though, I'm not familiar with her, but I freaking love her kit on JP. I love pairing her up with Cloud. Paralysis for days, easy, free paralysis for days. So she's great. She's great.
I think it's mostly people that love 15, the kind of the newer Final Fantasy fans. But it's true. She didn't have much screen time. She wasn't properly developed. That's kind of one of the criticisms of 15. To be honest.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So yeah. All right. Again, this next question is questionable. Who pulled that one?
It's from Blobs. It's from Blobs. It is from Blobs. He messaged that to me.
Okay. Can you read it, fam?
Lids. How tall are you in scrambled eggs? I don't get it. I was just told to ask you.
I don't fucking know. How tall? I don't know.
I thought it was a joke between you and Blob. I'm so confused.
I have no idea. What kind of question is this? Maybe 50 eggs. I don't know. Like just scrambled, flattened in a frying pan. Just I don't know. 87 eggs.
Are like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. We're strange. It's fine.
Rez and Jen are so tuned out right now.
I am so confused by
I don't know.
Types of questions.
All right. Can we get real questions now?
I hope you're happy, Blobs. You got me in trouble again.
Yep. Yet again. Gosh damn it. Oh man. Again, friends, please feel free to ask any questions that you would like answered. Final Fantasy related, not how tall I am in freaking scrambled eggs, okay? As we are nearing the tail end of the stream. I will say this, though. Now, I know we are looking forward to favorite characters. How about favorite raids? Where's Ruby Weapon?
Yes.
I agree.
Make it an impossible fight because that's how it felt like. And there we go, right?
Or they could do like a special event where you fight all of the 4 fiends from FF4.
Oh my god, yes. Please.
Yeah.
Actually, Dragoon just kind of sort of asked something similar. Where, what are more or less known mobs? Where to go? Someone just hold on. I gotta scroll up a little. You want to fight in the game, Rez? Do you have any less known mobs that are from Final Fantasy VI that you would love to fight in this game, by any chance?
Oh god, I want to fight Ultros.
Is that the octopus?
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. That's the main one. Tonberry.
Yes.
Master Pug. How they're still not in the game is beyond me.
Yeah,
Agreed.
why aren't they in the damn game?
Who knows?
Jin, why aren't they in the game?
They're too hard. Would be destroyed.
Now, are we talking about the regular Tonberry, or are we talking about the Jedi Tonberry from Final Fantasy 15? There we go.
I did do that battle. That was there. It's very hard for me to remember. I think it was like jumping around all over the place.
I
right?
believe so. Yes. Oh, this is a good one. Jin, any new summons you guys want to be in game?
I mean, OG FF7 for life fan, so you gotta have the Knights of the Round.
Yes.
That's the most OP summon that exists. In my mind, at least.
Ooh,
Doom Train is also a good one.
That's a great one.
Maduin.
As long as it doesn't take 60 seconds. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maduin. But yeah, as long as Knights of the Round
Give us some new summon
solid
music too,
minute.
Please.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Summon music is one of the reasons that I stopped listening to music in the game.
It's boring. Dun 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 dun. It's the most boring battle track. Even the regular battle track is better.
Wait, which one?
The summon battle track when you
standard summon battle music.
Oh, shit.
They're all the same. Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of sad that I've seen just via YouTube, but I've never gotten Knights of the Realm in the actual game because I know you gotta like.
Are you
what? Yeah, no.
Are you kidding me?
You did the whole chocobo breeding thing. You spent like 50 hours.
That's part
minimum?
of the game. It's fun. Yeah, you gotta breed the chocobos. You gotta mate them with the wonderful chocobo, wonderful and black. Get your gold one, man. It's good time.
Hopefully they bring it back in the remake.
Hopefully they bring it back in the remake, and yeah. And I mean, who's not gonna enjoy that? I can't believe you didn't do that, Liz. You're unfriended now.
I will ban myself. Goodbye, everybody.
There's an alternative. You could get the Desert Rose item by beating Ruby Weapon and then exchange that for a gold chocobo. But by that time, you've already beaten Ruby Weapon, so it's like having Knights of the Round.
Yeah, I always use Knights of the Round for like Emerald Weapon.
Yeah.
What about?
There are so many ways to beat them now.
What about? I don't know the name off the top of my head. I think this would be a kind of an interesting mechanic to put into the game. What about that samurai dude from Final Fantasy X that you pay Gil to do damage?
Yojimbo?
Is that Yojimbo?
Yojimbo.
Yeah, that's like a Gilgamesh of 10 almost.
That would be interesting. Pay him Gil, and here you go, dude. Do lots of damage.
Or this guy. They should bring this guy as a fightable. This is the Gilgamesh from FF6. He's bootleg Gilgamesh. Right there.
Siegfried? Oh someone just mentioned Siegfried not that long ago.
He's bootleg Gilgamesh.
I forgot about this guy.
Siegfried.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I have to play Final Fantasy. Maybe I'll do the whole Final Fantasy 6 pixel remaster just to make Rez proud.
You gotta play it.
Yeah.
You gotta play it.
All right, friends, we're going to be taking one more question, please. So if there's one more question, feel free. My fellow host, if you spot one, just call it out right off the bat. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Siegfried. I just know it's a character from like one of the fighting game, Soul Calibur. That's all I know Siegfried from. So I just know it's some kind of like beefy knight. Is that the same kind of like the same thing? Siegfried from Final Fantasy VI?
No, not really. Siegfried from Final Fantasy VI literally acts like... Well, he's a less silly Gilgamesh, but he's still very much like Gilgamesh.
Okay.
Yeah. Just shows up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will definitely have to play it to see what they're like. Ooh. Oh, man. That's... Ooh. All right. I'll take this one. Yep. From J Unit. All right, might as well since we're on topic. Yeah, it's a little bit dark.
Darkest timeline.
If Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia decides to close, would y'all still collaborate? Of course. I think we would. I think we would find I mean, just I personally believe, you know, we're just friends here. Mm-hmm. And we would just still keep in touch, but I do believe that we would find a common game to play and probably, you know, just still collaborate on it. Mm-hmm. So, Raz, would you still hang out with us?
Oh. I'd still hang out. I mean, you know, you guys are awesome, but we'd have to, you know, there would need to be another game that like we're all super into. And for like, you know, if most of the DFFO community also moves over to whatever that game is, would definitely still be friends and hang out and chat. In terms of collab, it entirely depends on like post DFFO stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if DFFO ends, I don't even know if I do YouTube anymore. It's just kind of like the way it goes. But I mean, like I would guess on your collabs if you wanted me to, but it's just kind of, I never even thought I would do YouTube in the beginning, so it's kind of like, oh well, my YouTube days are over. It's not a thing that I will try to extend, I don't think.
Beyond its shelf life, yeah, that's how I feel.
40, would you still love us?
Man, this is a great way to end the stream. So
I know.
Optimistic. Yeah. Thanks, J-Unit.
You know what? I think we will find a way to still make a fireside chat happen. We will find a way. We will find a topic. We will stream it, and we'll make it happen somehow. That's what I think is going to happen. And yeah, and first and foremost, we're all friends. You know, we were all friends before fireside chat came into existence. So,
for sure.
Yeah, I think we will find something, and we will make it happen. But let's hope that DFFOO makes the right decision, and we still have a few years, you know, to go. You know what I mean?
Agreed, 100%. So for now, I will put the pitchfork and torches away until next time. All right, friends. So that is it for tonight's episode 18 of the Fireside Chat. Friends, we greatly appreciate you joining. If my fellow hosts would please let our viewers know where they may find you.
You can find me on Twitch and YouTube. Well, not really Twitch when I feel like it. I will be streaming for Rydia's debut banner. But yeah, mainly YouTube and Discord, and find this bear sleeping anywhere.
Yeah, I'm Jin, and you can find me on YouTube until the game ends. But actually, before we go, I think we should all congratulate Lids.
Yes.
Oh crap. Oh yeah.
Lids is it's not a secret anymore, right?
No, it's not.
So Lids is having a baby girl, and he just found out the gender. So big congrats to Lids. Gonna be a daddy.
Thank you.
Of a little girl.
Yes.
Girls are better anyway. So.
Yeah. Yes. So Auntie Rez is gonna teach her martial arts. Uncle 40 is gonna teach her how to punch the living shit out of a Batoy toy, and Uncle Jin is going to teach her the arts of RNG luck. So.
Perfect. We got all the bases covered.
So there we go. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Looking forward to it, and we're expecting the baby to be born around August 5th, possibly July, but August 5th at the moment is the due date.
You should tell your wife to wait until September. That's the best month. So she's gonna have to
August
hold it in.
Is my sister's
hold
birthday,
it in for a month.
So, yes, thank you guys, thank you, chat.
September is the best September.
Month. Though. That's gonna be a long wait. That'll the baby will be late at that point. So, but yes, thank you, appreciate it. 40. How about yourself, fam?
Oh yes, you guys can find me on YouTube, on Twitter, Discord, and Twitch. And you guys can also expect me to get my title back from Jin Lee. He ran away from a challenge on Zach Burst. I was already predetermining my second win in a row, but he's lucky, and we're gonna do it on a different banner. So, just letting him know.
I'm not gonna spend 925 on the initial banner. No thanks.
Oh dear.
But yes, in the future we will.
Okay. And Lids87, I guess temporary hiatus on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and looking forward to the eventual battle against the one they call the Res for the goth waifu name Lulu. All right, friends. So again, we appreciate.
Heck yeah.
Yes, let's do it. I'm looking forward to that. Again, friends, we appreciate you guys joining, and we will see everybody on the next one. All right, take care. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.